Shalom, shalom, shalom. And it's crazy. I made this video and I've never had my computer kept insisting that it was going to restart, asking me to do it. Then it just did it on its own and shut down my entire. Anyway, man, oh man, oh man. So without further ado, we're doing it again. The water y'all watching me outside. So as always, you want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, the 144,000, and to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of this earth. To you I say, Shalom. I'm sure that when I begin this video, most of you have heard this man speak, so it won't be new to you. He won't be new, but many times when he speaks, his words are, I think the word I'm looking for is prolific. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, yeah. So it says of a plant, animal, or person producing much fruit or foliage or many offspring. And, I know it has others, and I'm not going to really go deep, but his work is man, he produces a lot of work and is a lot of that you can get out of what he's saying, you know. Now, I as we've leaned on our apostles and elders, you know what I mean? As they say, you take the meat and pick out the bones. So yes, not being, a man in this truth, there are bones, but nevertheless, there's much meat there as well, you know. So without further ado, we're just going to get into this particular video that he's made. And as always, for us, the beginning for us begins in Proverbs, and that's Proverbs 9:9. And it reads, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. And what brings about this increase? Well, the fear of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. You know, next verse is, says, for by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. You know, so without further ado, we're gonna listen to some of this video. We probably won't get it all in, but we're going to play some of it. And I'm just going to play the audio, and we're going to grab some scriptures and let that be the purpose. So, pray that you get edification from this.
That's the media, the elites, companies, corporations. So when they use words like morals or values, or when they use words like justice or human rights or peace or what have you, I was saying they mean something completely different than what most people mean when they use those words. But I got a lot of comments from people saying, "Oh yeah, that's doublespeak, or hypocrisy, or deception." But no, this is actually what I was trying to explain at that time. I normally wouldn't do a follow-up if people misunderstood what I said, but I think this is extremely important to understand. It's not doublespeak, it's not hypocrisy, and it's not deception. No, they are being completely honest. This was my point. They're being completely honest, completely accurate when they depict, for example, the genocide in Gaza as being completely justified and defensive. They're being completely honest when they said that 1 million babies dying in Iraq.
And this is hypocrisy. Merriam-Webster's dictionary is behavior that contradicts what one claims to believe or feel, especially the false assumption of an appearance of virtue or religion. So when he speaks that what these people say and do is not hypocrisy, is because it's really not. He's 100 on that. They literally believe what the the the, the shite that they're saying. They believe it 100%. What they do when they murder indiscriminately, they fully believe that they are, man, governed by a what they would say a higher power, a higher authority, gives them the right to do it.
From a decade of sanctions was worth it. They're not being hypocritical. They're not saying one thing and meaning another thing. These are their actual values, and you have to understand this. There is a fundamental and profound difference between their values and our values. They're not contradicting their values. You must understand, they're not betraying their values. They are acting on their values with consistency and continuity. Committing massacres against innocent civilians does not trouble their conscience, any more than you stepping on a bug troubles your conscience. They don't see anything to feel guilty about.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 4, and it reads, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." So this is why his conscience is bizarro conscious. This is why there's no empathy in this man. This is why there's no sympathy in this man. He feels completely justified in his actions of murder, rape, robbery, slaughter, genocide, whatever it is. He's comfortable in his skin, you know, though his very skin hates him and gets, the sun itself despises this demon. But nevertheless, he's completely comfortable in all his wicked deeds. And he can justify his wickedness. He can, you know what I mean? He can accept his wickedness. It doesn't bother him at all to know the things that he is doing are abnormal to natural human life. But he puts no value in human life. He puts no stock in human life. Only when it benefits him. You know, it says, "But the just shall live by his faith." You know, we're going to come back to this. We're going to keep.
They feel that they've done something good. You have to understand this, because if you don't, you will severely and dangerously underestimate their danger. And you'll make the fatal mistake of believing that you can ever appeal to their sense of morality, that you can ever appeal to their conscience. And you make the catastrophic mistake of trusting them or trusting their intentions. And wallahi, there are.
Whew. Hey, the catastrophic mistake of trusting them. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. So, one of his best moves was to convince, yeah, I'm not your enemy. I love you. I'm on your side, buddy. I'm your pal. I'm your friend to the end. You know, that's what this devil, and if you get caught up in that, then, well, the end result for you, let's read it. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, bowing down, telling you how great you are, and how, he can learn from you and all of this, and wow, you are amazing, though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him. The scriptures is clear, you know. But he'll tell you, see, the Bible says, love your enemy. But right here it says, never trust thine enemy. And these are the enemies outside of your people. When the scripture says love your enemy, that's the ones of your own house. Our people, and we're walking, talking, living examples, man. The way our people get down with each other. We're enemies to ourselves. This is why the scripture says what it says. Love your enemies. That enemy is your own people who we no longer show love to. We'll show love to everybody but our own. It's amazing. Truly amazing. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, his wickedness, his evil intentions, his maniacal way of thinking, his lack of empathy. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, because his intentions are always to take your place. No matter what he's doing, no matter how he's pretending to be, his intentions are to raise up above you. What did he say? He shall sit on the sides of the north, judging the 12 tribes. He's always intended to be above, to be, ruler over Israel. It says again, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked wherewith. You know, like, they used to wear these little rubber bands on their wrists, and whenever they would think something that they were trying to avoid or trying to get over, they would pop that rubber band, and ooh, you know what I mean? So in other words, hey, let these words always, hey, like a stick pin. As soon as you go thinking something different, oh, he's all right, prick out. No, he's not. Oh, he wouldn't do that. Prick, ah. Yes, he will. I'm in a stable position. He wouldn't try to top. Ow. Yes, he will. Every rip, without hesitation. He's always. Every move he makes is to take you down. And the moment you forget that is the moment you begin to be brought down. And what does it say? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? So if you sitting there playing with it, if you sitting there, like you the Pied Piper, you charming this serpent, you know what I mean? He's completely subdued and intrigued with you, and he sees you as something special. No, he sees you as a victim. He sees you as a prey, and he sees you as something to conquer. And no one is going to pity when he does, because everybody warned you. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent? Or any as such come nigh wild beast. So no one's going to pity you. No one's going to have, remorse. Nobody's going to run to your aid. You did it to yourself because you didn't obey the scriptures. And we're walking, talking, living conditions of that. That's why we're in the position we're in now.
Of millions of their victims crying out from their graves, telling you not to trust them. Just like someone watching a horror movie and shouting at the screen, telling the main character, don't go down that dark alley.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is Second Ezra 15:8, and it reads, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Hey, the souls of the just, you know what I mean, that are under the throne, complaining continuously, crying unto the Lord, how long? How long? You know? How long, Lord?
If you could hear the voices of their millions of victims, they would tell you exactly what's going to happen to you if you listen to them and if you trust them. If you're Muslim, or you're not white, or you're not rich.
Man, I'm going to get this verse 9. It says, and therefore saith Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So that's what's being prepared for you. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai himself is going to avenge. Hey, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey.
You need to recognize that they have zero moral hesitation about killing you. Yes, whether you live outside of America or whether you live inside of America, it's the same to them. The worst thing you can do is ever underestimate this reality. Listen, just like with an individual, you can learn what their values are by what their actions are. Much better than by what their words are. People can tell you all kinds of things about what their values are, what they believe, and so on, what their morals are. But their actions, their deeds will tell you the truth. You don't know anything about what they believe. by their words alone.
Man, right. This is Psalms 140, and I'm going to start at verse 1, and it reads, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Deliver me, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in his heart, in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Lion ass. You know what I mean? Hey, Selah. Keep me, O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. And, hey, Esau Edom, hey, the earth was given into his hands. So he's already accomplished. And now he's close to ready to accomplish his last and final coup de grace, which is to mark, the Lord's children, to gather all things unto himself, to put in these people his technology, to bring everything under subjection to him. This is what he's rather ready to do. He's right there at the precipice of enacting this great move. And many of our people are still in a state of stupid. And why these elders who have made a covenant with death, I don't know why it. Well, you know why? Because hey, the Most High has blinded them so that they believe the things that they're doing are correct. You know, they believe that them leading the people down the path of destruction is the proper thing, and that they will receive some level of reward for this when the time comes. You know, and how much further from the truth could they be?
Alone. You have to see to what extent their actions align with their words, because people do things that they believe are morally acceptable. Now, sure, that doesn't mean that people always act in accordance with their conscience. People can slip up. There can be aberrations. We're human beings. But the actions that someone commits habitually, regularly, routinely, with consistency, this is what they believe in. Whatever they say to the contrary is just them lying either to you or to themselves, or both. But you have to believe what they do, not what they say. And like I said, when they say that what they do is moral, then that tells you what they consider to be moral behavior. Because it's not like America ever apologized for their wrongs. Until now.
Again, Psalms 58. We'll get right to it. The wicked. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and, yeah. It says, to the chief musician, Al Tashith, Mishtam of David, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming ever so wisely. So, and hey, it don't matter if you tell this devil, hey, the end is coming for you. It don't matter if you tell this devil everything that you've done is going to be recompensed back unto your bosom. It don't matter if you tell this devil, hey, that which you sow, you shall also reap. He's not going to hear it. He doesn't ever think he's coming back down. He thinks that he was the only one that was given a one-way trip up. And he can't be brought down. He takes no lead from the example of all the nations before him. He thinks that he's different. He thinks that he's better. He thinks that he is the exception to the rule. And soon he's going to figure out that he is the rule, that what goes up must come down. So I'm not going to make this a long one. We're going to pick this back up next time, you know, and, you know, brother has to start his day still in captivity. So with this, you know, as always, we're going to go full circle. And then this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. You know, the beginning is the fear of the Lord. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What's the end? What's the conclusion? Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the house of David, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say, Shalom.